few words about his new book. So if you're here and you're interested, please have a look at the book. And welcome David, thank you for coming all the way from the Czech Republic, and as well as family and friends here, so very much.
Well, I would say thanks for coming, but you didn't come for the event, so whatever. But yes, I'm David Tesinsky from Prague, and I am photographing different subcultures. Last country I visited was Pakistan. Last year it was 81st country I visited. And I'm photographing social and environmental subjects all around the world. My main aim in photography is to kill stereotypes and somehow open eyes in a way. And today is the first day that I'm releasing, kind of like having a book launch in English in England of my book called Different Beauty, which is about all my best, worst and craziest experience. There are 100 pages of the written stories and another 140 pages of the pictures. I just came do this even like freestyle way, and obviously it is it. And I have friends, David and Tera. They are interesting themselves.
What do you hear then? So I know David since he was 19. We were teenagers in Prague, just wondering about what to do with a life. And every idea he had was quite self-destructive in a way. I was lucky enough to prepare one of his first shows. Then I haven't seen him for about 12 years. In the meantime, I had some of the odd Skype calls when he was lost in Cambodia, calling me that he doesn't know how to get back home and his last flight was cancelled. I remember you put the computer down on the floor and find somebody with a lighter to light your cigarette, and some random dog just came to me, and then great idea would be a play me song on a guitar, and that's how he ended up. And yeah, it's quite interesting to see that he's still here with us over all these things. I read the book in 2 days, but I had to stop at once because it was, you kind of want to see that he made it.
So I don't know David as long as Terry. I've only known him for a couple of years, but after reading a few chapters from his book, I feel like I know him better than most of his girlfriends around the world. So it's a very personal book. You really should have a look at it. I mean, it's seriously that stuff he writes in that book. I had a sort of a name in my mind to compare him to somebody in the music industry. Yeah? So to me, David was straight away like a rock and roll man. Yeah? He's a rock and roll photographer. He lives it. He does it fully head on. And to me, he's a Keith Richards. Now he would argue with me. He wants to be Nirvana. Yeah, he wants to be Kurt Cobain. Yeah, but to me, he's a Keith Richards. And if you read that book, you will know why, because it's a very personal. It's not so much like a theory of of those countries, of those communities. It's his life. He goes there. He lives it. Sometimes it's really hard. But he survives and he's here with us, and I know who he is. So it's a real privilege to be here with him. In the US, he started a gathering of rap singers. I mean, basically, imagine rap singers who've never seen each other. They live in the US, they don't know each other. This stranger comes in there, and he says, "Right, let's just come for a meeting. Yeah, let's just have a drink. Yeah." So he invites all these rappers into one place. And they meet and they drink, and since that time they meet regularly as a regular meeting. I mean, what more can you do? You make an impact on the society, and that's what he does. He just goes there, heads on. He lives it. He's with the people. He's one of them. He brings the pictures and he tells the story.
Sorry to disturb. Wasn't there also a guy in Osaka? We met by coincidence in Tokyo last year. Suddenly he's there and having a show, but. And he was looking for this guy from Osaka who gave him a guitar about 10 years before.
Yeah, 11 years ago.
Oh, okay, excuse me. and then suddenly he's there as well. He found him. They have like a catch up, and that was somewhere in a slum.
Yeah, it was a slum
And they
area.
live in a like cemetery or something. Like
So imagine he goes to Japan. He knows that there's a slum that everybody thinks is very dangerous. Nobody goes there. Like, that's a no-go zone. Yeah? But he goes there. He spends 3 days in there, and he leaves with a guitar from one of the people in the slum that is given to him as a present because they love him.
After 3 days of heavy drinking, it was nice.
I mean, what else? So that's David. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just put it on, man. Just put it on. Don't take it easy.